What's good, beautiful people? My name is Mark, and this is Scott from Frick Fibers, and welcome back to another Psychedelic Serenity and Frick Fibers tutorial. We got a couple collaboration tutorials to share with y'all this week. So the first one will be a pizza design that Scott has perfected, and on the rear of that shirt, it'll also have a pizza design with some Kenny filler style. So what we need for this design is going to be your shirt. You're going to need some fishing line or some B55 bowstring or some sinew.
Yeah, sinew will work. Fishing line. You can honestly use fishing line for the whole thing if that's all you got too. So.
And then just a straight edge.
Some markers.
Oh yeah, and a washable marker. I'll leave the description for the fishing line and the B55 and the sinew in the description of this video. And again, just have fun with this. It doesn't need to be an exact copy of what we're doing. We're both going to sit down and do these shirts today and see what we come up with. So we will see you at the folding table. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and leave some love in the comment section. We'll be giving this shirt, both these shirts away at the end of the month, and those are the two requirements to be entered into that giveaway. So, all right, we'll see you soon. Peace. All right, beautiful people, we are back at the folding table, and Scott is gonna show us how to work his magic.
Sick. Guess the marker. Frick yeah. Alright, so I just mark halfway on the shirt, on the bottom. It's like mine's 24 inches, so I'm just gonna do mark at 12. Kind of mark the best I can eyeball the center mark on the collar up there. And then just gonna draw a light center line down the washer. Cool. And then say we're gonna do a pizza shirt, so essentially I'm just gonna draw a slice of pizza, and on the interior of the pizza, it's not gonna be symmetrical. We're gonna pull it apart to be asymmetrical, so that's why I'm gonna draw it without folding the shirt in half first.
Okay.
So what I usually do is just like put a straight edge down and kind of just mark. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do like we'll do a 5.5 inch on each side piece of pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Give it a little line like that.
Five and a half, so that should lead me to 11, right?
Yeah. Man. You can go bigger, you can go smaller.
Yeah, it just seems like it's probably just an optical illusion, but it looks like that's way longer. But it's not. It's just my brain telling me it is.
And then I just kind of mark like up here where I want the top of the arc of the pizza slice. You could get crazy and do math and like actually draw like the correct arc. I just kind of eyeball, and then that looks like it's gonna be too round, so maybe I'll go a little lower, and actually maybe I might extend this pizza a little bit bigger.
Is this for like the crust?
Yeah, so we're basically just drawing out the crust. And honestly, it doesn't have to be like perfectly anything, like doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. It just helps me to like eyeball where it's gonna be.
Gotcha.
And then just freaking draw a big fat slice. Cool, and then I'm gonna draw pepperoni. So you should do like
Yeah.
3 to 5 pepperonis. You can do more, it's just more work, and like you can do small pepperonis, big pepperonis. You honestly don't even have to do.
Can you do a halfer?
Yeah, you can do a halfer. It's possible. It's hard to get like a perfect halfer, but
Gotcha.
we can get a halfer in there. Or you could just do like, I don't know, different shapes, whatever your intuition's feeling.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Let your intuition lead the way. I forget. I have a hard time. I guess I've never worked with like symmetrical designs and then asymmetrical in them. So I'm excited to play with this.
Yeah, that's why I feel like this design is great for kind of like learning about how you can pull symmetries out. So there's going to be like 4 planes of symmetry, and then on the back 2 planes, on the front 1. I guess not planes of symmetry, I guess just layers of fabric, ply of fabric.
Gotcha.
Alright, sweet. Now we can fold her in half.
You just go straight, or do you do the actual symmetry of the shirt?
Yeah, I do like the sleeve, put the sleeves in through each other.
All right.
Type deal.
So at this point, if anybody does not know how to create proper symmetry for a shirt, I have a video that goes over exactly how to mirror a shirt properly, and I'll leave that link for the description in the description as well. Yeah, I'll leave the link for that in the description.
Sweet. Slice of za. Alright. So I'm just gonna pleat on this outside line.
You start at the top here?
Yeah. Yeah, I've honestly done it at the top, the bottom.
Preference.
I watched one of your tutorials once about pleating on a corner. That definitely holds true here. Like hitting this corner is kind of, I wouldn't even say the only tricky part, but that's a spot where you can really make the pleat shine better by like working a nice corner into that and having it spread out.
Yeah, right.
So I do pleat. I just pleat the entire outside of the pizza. I don't know if you wanna.
Okay. Yeah.
Frick around doing something else. You can do big pleats, little pleats.
Do you honeycomb this or no? No, just one line.
Yeah, but yes.
We're gonna do honeycomb next year.
So yeah, I hit this corner and then I just like kind of pinch right here and get a nice little pleat forming there, and then tuck that in and get them going here. So yeah, they're sure good tutorial shirt because it's got pleats, it's got Kenny, kind of a little bit of geode. It's got making shapes.
Yeah, it touches a lot of different aspects of the dyeing or the folding world, at least.
Yeah. pleats always get all messed up from... It's like pleating on an angle after you round that corner. And honestly, it's fine. Like, get this little scrunched up parts and doesn't even...
It creates a really cool, like, V look too, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, just like different little variations, more information for your eye to look at.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Alright, I'm just going to tie off that pleat line. Go through the pleats, kind of get everything lined up, looking nice, and then on this corner, I just add in a couple more just by, this flat area is made, so I'll just like pinch and create another one right there.
And I'm going to show you guys, this is what it's going to look like before you're going to tie off with the sinew. You'll have a line here and tie that off, and then you can go ahead and mess with the pleats afterwards. Let me grab my sinew. When you're doing your sinew pull, do you pull towards you or away from you?
Just whatever works. Sometimes I try to just only pull towards me. It's probably better for your elbow.
Yeah.
But some like.
Just sometimes you can't avoid it.
Yeah, once you get to the end, sometimes you can't avoid it.
But for a long time, I just pulled away from me, and I was like, wait a second.
Just pushing it away.
Yeah.
Sweet, then I'm just gonna tie up. Oh, did you so you're out of, so you have the back completely open, which is like, it's fine. So the pizza slice won't be on the back anymore. We can just free flow the back.
I didn't realize you were pleating both of them.
Yeah, my bad. I should have been more clear about that.
No, totally cool. So yeah, we did these differently where my back is open and Scott's pizza is going to be on the front and back. So however you want to go ahead and do that is up to you.
Perfect.
But yeah, you can continue saying yours and I'll just flow with my back.
For sure. So yeah, so I'm just going to pleat off, or tie off the rest of these pleats. That's probably better, that way we'll have two like completely different variations.
Yeah, to compare and see, it'd be fun.
rhyme or reason, just got.
I'm kind of just origami folding the back end of this shirt and then putting it into a pleat formation. And I'm just going to top that again. Don't worry, got the mystery bottle. Alright.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so this next part will be different for Mark. So Mark just has this front layer, whereas if I pull them apart, I have two different layers. So this is the front that we drew on, and then this is the back. So I just pull them apart. So now all of these pleats will be on front and back. This is going to be a slice of pizza on the back, and this will be a slice of pizza on the front. And then I'm going to take the slice of pizza on the front even pull that apart.
Which I just have the front part, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well.
And then, so the way I do like shapes like this is probably not the smart way or the best way. A lot of people, I feel like, just will do a geode and they can get, it's easier to get like more varied shapes that way. But the way I do it, so I have this pepperoni right here. I just like fold it in half on itself, trying to get like the lines of the pepperoni to line up, and kind of just do like a basic, quick scrunch together that line, or pleat together that line, so it's like somewhat in a straight line.
Okay.
And then I'll just like tie that just like a...
Yeah, let me zoom in and show that.
I'm gonna do it again, like...
Yeah, if you don't mind. You just can show them the shape of the... Yeah, there you go. There's the circle there.
And then I cut it in half. And then just pleat or scrunch that line together. That way it makes it so... That's pretty much what shirts I used to do I'd call Frick Boy Shuffles. But it's essentially like you could do this and then you don't have to... I'll just tie right here and then leave that completely open for dye because it's just like a red pepperoni. But you could like do something in there. You know what I mean?
Anything,
like,
yeah.
Anything in there.
Yeah,
and
cool.
It'll be symmetrical without... Like within the pizza, within the pepperoni.
Very cool. Alright, so let's see. Got this pepperoni.
Alright, but yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it to sinew around several times, pull it tight, and then just cut it off so it's somewhat easy to untie and not too much of a pain to untie. Got chickens, neighbors got chickens right there?
Yeah, a couple
Nice.
of, like there's chickens up there and those ones. These ones get out all the time. They're out in the property every once in a while.
Yeah.
Don't bother me, I like animals, so. I was laying there on my blankets one time and I look over and there's 5 chickens coming up, running up on me.
On the porch?
No, I was on the grass out there.
The chickens are... Just the sound of them nearby just makes it sound so much more like homey.
Yeah. Did you have chickens growing up?
No.
No.
Grew up in suburbs where there's no none of that nonsense allowed. But a lot of people just have, like my neighbor right now across the street, not supposed to have chickens. They have a ton of chickens, so it's pretty relaxed where I'm at now.
Alright, beautiful people, I just want to go ahead and remind you once again to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, please visit Scott's page on Instagram, frick_fibers, and show him some love with a follow and some comments on his artwork. All that stuff means so much to us. So, yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with us.
So after you do these tutorials, you notice how there's like, you see people making them and trying it out, and like, do people send you the stuff they make?
Oh yeah, that's
awesome.
That's what fills my heart. Yeah, just to see, and everyone gets excited about it, and like, you know, if you were to look at the comments on there, people are just like, yo, I was in a creative slump, and after like watching your video, you've brought me so much inspiration. I'm going to try something tonight. You know, it's just like,
That's what it's all about.
yeah, exactly. It's for fun.
So the half slice or pepperonis are a little more tricky to deal with.
Right. That's what I'm figuring out right now.
Especially when you get it really close to the edge.
Just kind of winging it.
Yeah. It looks good no matter what, even if it's like a little blob pepperoni, it looks fine.
Now, do you liquid dye or ice dye?
Liquid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I still ice dye like reverse shirts. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's the way to go with reverses for sure.
Yeah. I only ice dye if I have enough to, cause I don't.
Moats.
Yeah, the retaining walls around it. So I ice dye if I have enough to fill up like a big bin.
Gotcha. Yeah, so me and Louisa used to want to chop each other's heads off doing that.
Building the
shit.
things. It's so hard.
Because we're building stuff for like this shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah,
And,
like, you can get to certain shapes where it's like impossible to get the ice to stay on.
Yeah. We were ruthless with each other, and then finally we like just kind of let go, and it kind of got way easier. But
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's like you're saying, like, you have to take steps doing this to make your life easier, and not so easy to take steps that make our lives harder, like tying stuff up in a way where it's going to be really hard to untie,
right,
versus leaving one line where it's just a simple, quick untie.
right, yeah. There's definitely, and then you know when we had these Serenity soirees or whatever. We invited a bunch of dyers. You learn a lot of stuff about like what you can get away with doing and not messing things up. Because a lot of times we were like being super careful and like just like you rinsing them way too much before we start, you know. And like you just don't need to do it like that.
Yeah.
It's like quick, simple. You know, I don't even do cold water. I go right to hot water. I put it in a bucket and then
Yeah.
out there.
Dude, I just, depending on how many shirts I have, I just throw them straight into a hot water washing machine, and it's the exact same as like doing a cold rinse, doing another rinse, doing this rinse. But if
and then you untie them and then wash them again. Is that?
Oh no, I untie it, like without rinsing. So I'll just like untie the whole thing and then just throw it in.
You don't have dye transfer at all?
Now that I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, I guess with ice dye you have like a bunch of like
there's a bunch
dye, you know.
Yeah, I think with like what is it, a little
different.
more safe.
Yeah. Yeah, so I kind of just freestyled it from here, folks.
All right, I got all my pepperonis tied off. It'll be somewhat annoying to untie, but not too bad.
It's for the front side, right?
Yeah, for the front side, and then so I still have this back side. I didn't pull the back side apart, so the back side will still be symmetrical down the middle, which I'm gonna do some Kenny nubs on there. You can do that asymmetrical, but I think it looks better symmetrical.
Cool.
But first, so I'll do this all with the same line. I kind of just do like a Kenny geode. You can do anything. You can honestly even leave. So this is the cheese of the pizza.
Okay.
So you could just leave that as is if you want it to be just flat, like a flat color. Or you could geode it, Kenny it, anything. I just kind of like scrunch it up and do it really quick and easy.
Gotcha.
This is one of those things where I found like the more time I spend on that cheese part, the worse it looks.
Okay.
Like I can go through and like do little Kenny nubs and everywhere, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't.
Looks way better, just organically done.
Yeah, just organically, quickly, loosely done. 'Cause that's how a cheese pizza looks. It doesn't look like.
It's not perfect, yeah.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
You did these pizza things for a company that you knew?
Yeah, I do. So that's how I came up with this, was for a local pizza shop, and then just for like the employees, and then they started selling them in the store, and for that they have like their logo. So I just print the pepperonis for those.
Gotcha.
And like the logos like embedded into the pepperonis. But yeah, that's how I came up with this. They wanted pizza shirts. I tried like just doing pepperonis on the whole thing. I tried doing like a honeycomb pizza slice, and then this is what ended up being kind of the winner. You just gotta be kind of careful not to hide your slices.
Yeah, I think I totally
hide the
messed up my
pepperoni.
slice. Yeah.
I messed up my slice. I can see some pepperonis on there, I think. Kenny the back of this. So I'm just going off, I did the front, I'm going off that, just gonna spin around to here. Honestly, I do like big chunky nubs. I just put my finger in.
Just put your thumb under that fabric.
Yeah, and a lot of people do like tiny ones. Honestly, this is 40-pound test, so don't even need to tie up that much. So I'll just do a nub like that, and then try to get another one. So use my finger to force the fabric up here. Humidity makes it a little hard to slide it out, but slide it out, and then you just try to get another nub as close as you can to the previous one. And then, so I'm just going in a line, like parallel to that first tie that we had.
That's doing both sides now, right? Like both sides of it. That's because you're trying to keep that symmetrical.
Yep. So yeah, it's like two pieces of fabric right here.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it.
That's a wrap.
It's a wrap, and then honestly, just find somewhere to tie it off, because if the stuff doesn't really, it's not like sinew where it sticks to itself.
Right, you really got it.
Yeah, so I just find I do like the start. I'll just find. Looks like I lost it, but you can always just tie it to anything. I'll just tie it to right here.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Alright, y'all. We will see you at the dye table. Love y'all. So, welcome to the dye studio, y'all. We're going to go over a quick dye press process with y'all. With mine, there's going to be no rhyme or reason because I kind of, I think, eliminated the pepperonis and all sorts of stuff. But we're gonna try some funky stuff and see what happens. That's the beautiful and fun part of tie-dye. You can get to play. So.
Frick yeah.
It's alright, I can sleep it.
Frick yeah. Alright, so yeah, so I have my little pepperonis sticking out right here. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, a little small one. So typically I just dye those red, dye everything else right here yellow for like the cheese of the pizza. But yeah, like Mark was saying, you know, we can get loose, get wild, and frick on it. So I'm gonna do
this instruction is going to come a little out of order just because I forgot to mention it at the end of the dyeing process. But once we finish up here, we use the pariah method to go ahead and set the dye. If y'all are not familiar with the pariah method, I go over it on a few of my other videos, and I'm also going to make a video that is strictly about the pariah method. Alright, beautiful people, so we fast forwarded through this part. There wasn't much instruction that was going on here, so just let your intuition be your guide. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this, including life. You can't get it wrong. So just have fun with it, and yeah, I look forward to seeing all your creations. Thank you for bearing with me. This was the first collaboration tutorial, so there's probably some kinks that I have to work out when working with someone, but Really appreciate y'all being here and honoring your creativity. I love y'all. Peace. All right, beautiful people. Here is the reveal portion of this tutorial. This is Scott's piece that he created, and next to it is the one that I created. And you can see a huge difference in the saturation, and it's all because this shirt was not pre-washed properly. I'm not sure how it slipped by. I typically wash all my shirts 4 times with soda ash and Blue Dawn. And I'm not sure what happened with this one, but during when I was dyeing it, I could feel the shirt resisting it. It wasn't letting it in. And you can see the white in this. The back is there's a lot of white in there, but I wanted to put this out to show you that things don't always go as expected in art or in life, and it's okay. It's still a cool little piece. Not what I was expecting from it, but you know, you live and you learn. And now I'm gonna just flip both of these shirts over. I really like how the back of Scott's shirt came out. That part is super cool to me. It's probably my favorite part of both of these shirts. And yeah, let me flip these around. All right, and here is the back of these shirts. This is the Kenny filler that Scott did on the back of his shirt. And then this is the back end of my shirt. You can see how faded the colors are and how it wasn't letting the dye in. So pre-wash your shirts 4 times, use your soda ash and Blue Dawn, and you should get saturation and color like this. I love y'all. Thank you for being here with us. This was a learning experience for me. Having someone here with me and collaborating was really fun, but also new. So we're learning as we go. Thank you for being here, and thank you for honoring your creativity. And I will see you next time. I love y'all. Peace.